we are going to do something a little different today. I love the decoupage. If I could decoupage all day long, I probably would. So if you're seeing this red live button up here, we are live. If not, you're on the replay. That's great too. Just type in #replay. Let me know that you stopped by. The Artistry Collective is put together by our hostess, Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage, and it's a little channel hop for three of us. So you have myself here at Frapps Scraps, and then we go to Leah with Make All the Things With Me, and then after her is Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And we all bring something a little different. Usually I do just something paper crafty, but tonight it's still paper crafty. You can see I've got all my scrapbooking supplies here. We're going to make these canvas panels. I love working on canvas panels. And we're going to decoupage some little wall decor pieces for my bathroom. I've been redoing it in Minnie Mouse for my grandbabies. They love Minnie Mouse, and so we've got all kinds of things in there. Minnie Mouse. They're both potty training, so we have a cute little Minnie Mouse potty seat thing that goes over the toilet, and then we have a rug, which was a blind lady mishap. I thought I was ordering a rug, but it's actually a bath mat, but it's on the floor, so whatever. Got this napkin here. I have a cute little soap dispenser in there that's all Minnie Mouse. And some hand towels, of course, that are Minnie Mouse, but nothing on the wall. So I thought I would use this napkin and some canvas panels and make three cute little pieces that we can hang on the wall. Hello, hello. Come on in. All right, so that looks like I got all the plies off, so this is just, here it goes. And I thought there was going to be Minnie Mouse all around, but she is on there only once. So we're going to use the napkin, hopefully, for our squares here. And I've got some other decor. We'll see if we can get three out of it. I don't want to use the black if I can help it. So you can either like scissor or tear or whatever. I'm going to see if I can use my water brush and just take off a piece. These little flat back canvas panels, these ones came from Dick Blick. You can see there, they say Blick canvas, but you can get them anywhere. Dollar Tree even has them in a wide variety of sizes. Michaels sells them. Sometimes you can even find them at like TJ Maxx. You can also find the canvases that are that have the little frame, so you can, the stretched canvas, so you can actually have them hang up. But as I love working on these flat back panels because they don't stick out so far from the wall, and you can use your crocodile to punch a hole in them to set an eyelet or make a hanger or whatever you want to do. All right, so what I'm trying to do here, my water brush is not going. I'm trying to cut off this black edge because I really don't want the black edge. So we're just going to use some scissors. Yep, I brought in the powered scissors. These are the big guys. It's still kind of giving me that black edge there, and I really don't want it. I don't mind that the bow has a little bit of an edge, but we're going to just cut this off. How is everybody tonight? What are you drinking? I have a Monster. I saw Leah. Leah has a Red Bull and a candy. She's good to go. And Christy said she had her espresso and she was good to go. You can see I've got a copyright there from that wonderful mouse company. I'm not going to worry about any kind of copyright infringement or whatever. This is just simply for my home use. So nothing being sold or anything like that. I'm just taking a napkin that they've already provided their copyright for. So no violations or anything there. We don't want to make the mouse mad. Hello, Janet's got some Diet Coke. Awesome. Hello, hello. As you guys are getting here, I would love it if you would tap the screen, hit the three dots, give me the thumbs up if you can, hype the video if you can do that. That would be awesome. I don't know if all of you have noticed, but they do have the new hype feature, and sometimes it sits where the comments are located. So if you're seeing that, for anybody that you are watching, if you're enjoying the video, hit that hype so they can get some extra points and the algorithm knows that people are liking the video, all the things. All right, we're just going to go ahead and cut this all the way out around here. I have some Queen and Company calls them magical characters die cuts. And I was looking online to see if there was other videos using these dies just to get a little bit of inspiration. And I guess they're 7 years old. And I'm still using them here in my stash to make fun projects with. So it just goes to show that if you buy good tools, you can continue using them for whatever duration. I've used them a lot since my grandbabies have been around. I use the bow for all kinds of things, girly and for their birthdays and cards and decorations and all the things. So this die cut set has been used a lot. And I'll show you that in just a second. Right now we're just looking at my napkin. Sorry guys, hands are shaky today. It's been a long day. I had an in-home assessment today that took 2 hours. But it's done with, and hopefully it will get me some extra help here with care, which would be really awesome. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna cut that out. Perfect. Okay, so I still need my water brush to like perk up here. I guess I need to squeeze it. There's water in it, you can see that. I need to make sure it's coming out so I can draw. Now, if you don't have a water brush, there we go. You can use just a paintbrush in water and it will work just as well. Okay, so what I want to do, and these canvas panels I believe are 6 by 6 in size, but you know, do whatever size you can get or what you have. Dollar Tree has several different sizes. I purchase them from there sometimes. Okay, so we're just going to water brush around the length of the canvas here. And I'm going to use some distress ink around the edges, so it doesn't really matter if they line up or not. But we're going to chop off that little star. And then just to continue proving my point that the crocodile does work on these flat back panels, I've got all kinds of fun little eyelets to put in here. And we'll put in a couple eyelets at the top so that we can make a hanger. Got a lot of work to do. Whew. All right, and this isn't quite how I planned it. I don't know why I thought I would have enough of this napkin to do 3 of these. I don't know if that's gonna work. I can maybe get 1 more, so maybe we'll just make 2. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to decoupage this onto this one. And it looks like we're maybe only going to use 1 of these and not 3. That's okay. And the Queen and Company set that I'm using. Queen and Company used to be a really popular scrapbooking brand. It looks like this. It's called Magical Characters Kit. And it's a shaker kit, so it comes with all the foam pieces and all the acetate and everything that you need to make several shakers and cards. Now, it was not a cheap set, but like I said, I've used it again and again and again, so it was very worth it to me. They sell other kits if you're not into the mouse or any of those characters. You can do their other ones. And they don't sell to stores anymore. They don't offer wholesale. They just do their own retail now. So unfortunately, most of the stores don't have their stuff out there. They used to come in such cute little containers. They used to come in like nail polish containers and it looked like a little compact, and it was tiny brads, like mini brads, super tiny. And they had all kinds of shapes and colors and fun things. I carried them at my store. I loved it. I had a whole wall that looked like it was just this really cute cosmetic stand. And it was all little embellishments and sprinkles and things. They still have sprinkles. I don't think they sell brads anymore. They sell die cuts and paper and card kits, like stuff with die cuts, but not what they used to. They've completely redone their model. All right, here we go. Minnie, get on the canvas. I think I want to scoot her over just a little bit. Now, this is a napkin, so it's not as strong as like rice paper, but that's okay. Come on, Minnie. Be on there straight. There we go. We have any other Disney fans in the chat? Let me know your favorite character. I like Baymax. He's pretty cool. My grandbabies really are loving Monsters, Inc. right now. They, of course, love Minnie Mouse. And what else do they watch? Oh, Lilo and Stitch right now is one of their favorites, too. Bella used to love Minnie when she was little. Yes. I think a lot of little girls really like Minnie Mouse. She's cute and pink and has a fun bow. Okay, that's on there pretty good. And then this one, I think we're going to kind of piece it together. All right, we're going to give it another coat over the top of the napkin. Make sure it stays in place. And this is not my favorite Mod Podge. This one is gloss. I like the one that's matte. It's my favorite. Actually, it's called satin. It's a matte. It gives it a matte finish, but this one will be okay. Give it a little shine. Now I'm putting this on to seal in the napkin, and I'm putting it on before I put my distress ink on there, and that's just personal preference. The distress ink is water activated, water reactive. So if you put your distress ink on there and then you put a liquid on it, that can make it smear and move all around. So just be aware of that. And sometimes I don't care if it smears and moves all around, because that's what I'm trying to get it to do anyways. But on this project, I'm gonna wait and see here what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the Mod Podge on, and then I might use a little bit of gesso around the edge. And don't worry about all these little weird inconsistencies around the edge. We will make it work. So there's our cute little Minnie Mouse napkin. And she's adorable. She's on there. And this one's not going to have Minnie Mouse, but it's going to have some of her other little things that go with her, like a fun bow or something like that. I left my drink way over there. There it is. I just started a new medication, and it says that it can give you a runny nose and kind of a cruddy sounding voice and cough. And I was like, great. Just what I don't need. Okay. So this one, I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this piece here and maybe just piece around the edge. Oh, but we need the shoe. What do you guys think? Should I use the shoe? I kind of like the Minnie Mouse shoe. Can you even see it? There we go. Her little shoe is cute. Keep the shoe. All right, let's use our water brush pen. And I think we're just going to go right down here. I told the girls I was going to do home decor tonight, and they were like, what? But home decor really isn't that far off if you've got all these tools already. So let's see. So now these, the little designs are upside down because they would be on opposite sides of the napkin, which would be folded. So just going to piece it like this. Now I can put this up here. I've got something that's going to go in the center, so it's not going to really show all that much. And I could put this right here. We'll just kind of piece it together. It'll be piecemeal. Okay, yep, I think it's going to get glued just like that. And then I'm going to sandpaper off the excess. Oh no, Leah says she has a constant annoying cough too, and a runny nose. Yeah, I have allergies too, and this runny nose thing, it's so annoying, especially when the temperatures change. The first part of fall is so exciting, but it's also kind of annoying because sometimes it's warm during the day and then freezing at night. And then the next day it's raining, and then the next day it's warm again. Yeah, it's just weird. I live in Western Washington, so the temperatures are always wonky. You just never know what you're going to get. We learned to dress in layers, but my My allergies are just confused. They're like, what are you doing to me? Okay, here we go. We'll place this on the bottom, and I'm trying to get a little bit of an edge around because I'm going to put ink there. All right, there's our base layer, and then we will come in with these little guys. All right, let's put some Mod Podge down. And I'm using a silicone applicator for these. This is just like you can get a Dollar Tree in the makeup section. Nothing too fancy. It does have this little spatula on the other side, and I like that too if I'm doing any kind of something where I need to press it down, or maybe I need it for clay shaping or something like that. It's really nice to just have a little tool to do that with. All right, we're just going to piece that together right there. The wrinkle right out of the middle. There we go. Okay. I don't mind too much if there are wrinkles. I don't iron these. I know some people do. That's okay. If you like it nice and straight and whatever, that's fine. Most of the projects I do, you kind of want the wrinkly crinklies. Just adds to the vibe or the effect, aesthetic, whatever you want to call it. All right, we're going to put this one just on the edge here. Just trying to add in some of those polka dots and some of the other fun shapes in there. And it doesn't look that great right now, but it'll be okay once we get some of the other pieces on there. I'm going to make a little shaker for this one to kind of sit in the center. Hopefully we'll get it all done today. Canvas panels like these, usually you can decorate with all kinds of fun mixed media things. Don't take too long. And it's a nice base piece. Very good substrate, as they would say. And because of how thin it is, it fits in the crocodile and it will punch a hole. So you can put in brads or eyelets or whatever you would like to do, which is wonderful if you're trying to get like a hanger or something on there. All right. Of course, I need a wet wipe. I don't think I've crafted without a wet wipe in a really long time. I always get messy. All right, and then I want to wipe this off. This is my wet wipe from last time. I used the dry ones when they dry out if they're not too inky and discolored looking, or even if they are, it's a good little cleanup tool. You have something dry, and then if you put something sticky and yucky in it, it just goes right away. Okay, set that aside. But this, I love this silicone thing because it cleans up just like that. Just wipe it off and it cleans up. I don't have to ruin a brush. It's wonderful. Close up this Mod Podge, get it off the desk. Okay. So then I have some fun little things that I need to assemble. We'll see if our other panel is dry yet. That's the one I kind of want to start with. So I need them to dry and not stick to my hands. And then let's look for the eyelets. I've got some fun little brads. I don't think these are sold anymore. These were from my store. This one, Capturing the Magic. These are from Disneyland. I don't know if they carry these anymore either, but you can see where it says Walt Disney World at the top there and Disneyland. They are sold in their stores, or at least they used to be. So I have a couple of those eyelets I can put around, and then I've just got some shapes. And these are really great for adding to this little Disney project we got going here. Whoops. Some star eyelets. Yes, hello and welcome. Please hit that thumbs up if you would. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Hello tomorrow. Whoops. You like Pluto, Leah? Oh, and Monsters Inc. is so fun. Yeah, my littles, the girlies are loving all things Disney. Just fun. Okay, so this has like stars, bows, hearts, all the things. So I think it would be fun to add these hearts up here as the hanger hold, if I can find some of them. Yes, there we go. Cute little hearts. And this is just a dump mix of different eyelets that I have. There's that. And that one. Perfect. I'm going to poke some holes up here. And we will be able to get those in. But first, I want to ink everything. We're going to ink around. I've got some salvage patina out at Kitsch Flamingo. We should be able to make something look wonderful. I've got some fun stickles out, so I can go over the little designs around and make it sparkle. All the fun things. Gonna give it some drying time here. We're ready to go. This one's almost ready. Whoops, don't blow those eyelets around. We need those. The drying is not the fun part. It's important though. You want to get it nice and dry so you've got a good base layer on there. And I just realized I've got a little bit of that black edge down here, so I'm just going to pick it off of there. And that's just on the napkin, so that's how I'm able to just pick that off. There we go. I love her little shoe. It's kind of like a scribbly design. And I think this will just be a really cute way to add some fun color to what I've already got changed and going in there. And it'll add another little Minnie Mouse element to the wall. Okay, I think that's dry enough. I would normally let it dry longer. And as we've learned from our friend Leah, that Mod Podge actually takes 28 days to fully dry, which is insane. Okay, I don't want to do too much to this right now because if I mess with it too much, it could, it's not fully dry, so it's not going to be great to mess with too much, but we will take our little sanding block and we're just going to get it off of there. Now, when you're sanding stuff like this, the napkin, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm grabbing it, swiping down, picking it up, swiping down. If you swipe back up, it could lift it and make it be coming off of there. So you don't want to do that too much. You just want to go the way that the napkin is naturally going, and then you can just pick this away. Super easy. Okay. That's still got a little bit of excess down here. I saw this napkin and I was like, oh, my girls would love that. Let's get that into a craft. Okay, so I think we're going to do, I thought I was going to do a lot of Kitsch Flamingo so I could really bring out the pink, but I really am kind of liking the idea of salvage patina too and just kind of playing up with this blue-green. So what I'm thinking, so you guys can kind of see, I'm going to put a little mixed media thing, like this is going to go right here and it'll kind of cover this up, and I'm going to have a shaker element on there. And then I have some fun little other hearts and circles that we can add to the background of this so that we don't see our little put together here, little lines. So that's going to go probably like this somehow. And then this can kind of go down somewhere like this. This was just using my scraps. I have this one. It looks kind of like a little wreath of circles. And so it's kind of fun to put in the background of mixed media pieces. Let's cut it apart here just a little bit. So I can kind of put another piece down here and we can make it definitely go up there. We'll cut this here. It kind of already is cut there anyways. So I'll put like one piece up there and maybe one piece down here. Kind of fill in the blanks there. And then I have these fun little hearts that we could put down the side. Could put it on the whole side if we wanted to. I think that looks kind of fun. And then I'm going to have a little shaker element here. And I think it's going to be pretty cute. So let's get some ink down. What do you guys think? Should we do Kitsch Flamingo and bring out the pink? A little bit of both Salvage Patina and Kitsch Flamingo? I don't really know. Let's see. Let's touch it with a little bit of the Salvage Patina and see what that looks like. So I've got some other ways we can bring out the pink as well. I brought out Sponge Sugar too, but I don't think I'm going to use that one because it's really, really light. Ooh, look at that fun Salvage Patina right there. So are you called Grandma? Nope, I'm a Mimi. They call me Mimi. All right, so we're just going to put this all along the sides and the edges. And if it's not sticking or not going on the way that you want, you can always put down some gesso as a good primer. White gesso would be perfect right here. I'm just going to scrub off a little bit of the edges there. I have 3 grandbabies now, 2 girls and 1 boy, but I have a few other kids that call me Mimi as well because they don't have one. So I kind of am the neighborhood Mimi. And I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I have a shirt that says, they call me Mimi. It's like Grandma, only cooler. Okay, well, that's not sticking as much as I would like it to. I could put down some white gesso, but I think I'm just going to keep going here and we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to skip her glove. Try and keep that white. And I brought out some stickles to go over some of these little shapes in the background. I think will be fun. And as this ink dries, I can continue to add some layers. I think Salvage Patina is a perfect addition though. I think what I might do is cut that little heart die cut and put a little piece right here and then a little piece on this one too. And I have some thickers, is what they call them, THI, thickers, like it's really thick, but they're stickers, so they call them thickers, that have some fun little shapes and sayings on them too. So we can glue those on, kind of hide any areas of imperfection. And I still have the little Disney logo on there if I want it to look like it was really cool. You want to be a Mimi? Hi, Regina. Welcome in. We are making a fun little decorative piece for my bathroom. It's our guest bathroom, but my grandbabies have kind of taken it over, and that's okay. They're both pottery training. The girls are. Sophia will be 2 in November, and Bella is 3. And so they are working on their potty training. Bella's doing really good. And Sophia's kind of catching on. She's watching her sister and doing all the things. So it's a lot for their mama, though. Holy smokes. That close in age, it's a lot. And then my other grandbaby, he'll be 1 in December. And then the other 2 boys that call me Mimi, my daughter Alyssa used to be their nanny. So I got to hang out with them quite a bit. And Ryder, we call him Rai, he is about the same age as Bella. They're just a few months apart. And then he has a little bit older brother. I think he is, so Rai is 3, and Bentley, I think, just turned 6. So yeah, that is our fun little pack. All right, let's punch some holes so I can see where those are going to go. And the holes will allow me to put a hanger on there so that I can hang it up. I know everybody who does home decor pieces, it's all about the bow and the hangers, right? I'm not going to make a bow, but... Oh, yeah, I do have grandchildren. Yep. Yep, Mariah is my oldest daughter, and she is 27. And she's got the 2 girls. Okay, where did all my eyelets go? There's one. Did they blow away? Oh, there they are. Okay, so now we're just going to take our crocodile. Going to use the 3/16 punch. And we're just going to punch a hole. Anything that will fit in here, you can pretty much punch. I've only ever broke 1 crocodile over the years, and that was because I punched a display I thought was acrylic, and it was actually made out of bulletproof glass, or Lexan as it's called. So I did not know that, but at the time I punched it. So this will fit in here. It kind of, it's a tight fit. So we got to kind of be careful that it doesn't rip our napkin. See how it's kind of taking it away? But it does work in here. So I want to go in right to about there. And I'm going to set the depth guide. Not that it can really go too much further, just because it's not a great fit, but it does fit in there. It's a pretty tight fit. Like I can let go and it's still in there. So I'm going to set the depth guide though, because I want them to all be the same. I'm going to kind of use the counter as leverage. I'm going to put that bottom piece on there, and I'm just going to press. And then when you hear that chunk like it made, that is a perfect noise because you know your hole is set. Now, I've got to get this out of here, so I'm going to squeeze and then just brush it out. And if it didn't go all the way out, you can use your pokey tool or your scissors or whatever to get the rest of the gunk out of there. Okay, we're going to do it again. And we want to press this in all the way to where that depth guide is. See right here? It's got like a little plate there that we are going to press this against. And it really doesn't want to go much more than that. So there we go. Got it. And I think it's slipped just a little bit. So that looks a little bit off, doesn't it? Kind of, and you can also see if you've got a pattern on here. It's kind of right there, so I think that's okay. All right, we're gonna leverage on the counter again and press, chunk, and that one is good to go. We've got our 2 holes, which makes for a hanger. Since I've got the tool out and I'm punching holes, I'm gonna do the other one right now as well. That one we could risk ripping our napkin just a little bit more because it's higher up, but that's okay. Press it in there and leverage on the counter. That one is a little further down. I think it kind of moved a little bit. Oops. Okay, and if your depth guide comes out, comes apart, you can always put it back in there. I'm gonna rip it. I don't want to rip it. Let's get this out of there. Okay. I always see people afraid to use their crocodile, and it works for so many great things. Don't be afraid to use it. All right, so we're going to see if that's right where that hole is. Yep, okay. So I'm going to squeeze it like this to hold it together. Release this. Now, some of you, if you have a newer one, this might be a black plastic piece, so you just want to slide it up to meet your canvas there. This one is an old one, and I love that it's made out of metal. They changed that to plastic in the newer ones. They also shortened the handles in the newer ones too. I don't know if that was to save money or if they thought it was more ergonomically sound. Probably the first one to save money. We Are Memory Keepers got bought out by American Crafts. And that was when it all changed. I didn't notice it first until I had a new one to compare with an old one. Okay, so we're pushing that canvas right up till it touches this guide. Use it on the counter to leverage if you need to. And chunk. And that is about the max thickness that it will do. It'll do magazines. You can punch through a whole magazine as long as it will fit in the space here. Okay, then we're going to put in our eyelets. And with this, you can pretty much just push them in there. It might not even go all of the way. I'm still going to squeeze, though. Give it a squeeze, but it is a pretty good fit. And it's not like this is a journal or something that people are going to really mess with. It's going to go on the wall. So let's face it, it doesn't have to be terribly sturdy. You could also put a little bit of glue if you really want to ensure that they kind of stay in place. But it's a pretty snug fit in there. Okay, got my hearts the way that I want them to go. And this is set on the setting for 3/16 eyelets, which the manufacturer's recommendation is setting C3. So the top dial here is letters, the bottom one is numbers, C3. And we're just going to squish. There's not really anything on the bottom side because these ones aren't long prong eyelets. But I'm just going to squish them anyways because then it will get it nice and snug in there. Giving it a good squeeze. And I mean, see, there's not much on the back because it's just very thick, but they'll just stay right there. And now I can put a ribbon through there and hang it on the wall. And we'll do it again with these ones. That adds some pink to the mix here and some more cute little hearts. So there's hearts on that one. There's not really on this one, but oh, there's one right there. There we go. Oops. Fingers are sticky from the Mod Podge. Press it in. Come on. You know you want to. That one is a little more snug. So, okay, we're going to squeeze them again just to make sure they're nice and secure in there. And then by putting that Mod Podge over the picture here, you'll be able to, like, you know, dust it off or whatever if you need to, if they're hanging on the wall. Okay, that is perfect. Love it, love it. Then down here, I want to add, I have some of these little brads that have little bows on them. They're pink. That is just super cute. I want to add maybe one over here, one over here. Have them in pink and red. We're going to just stick with pink. These are not an official Disney product. That's why they're not in Disney packaging. These were just ones I used to sell. All right, we are going to use the other side for the tiny hole punch. That one is actually an 1/8 inch hole, and that's all we need for these little brads. Hopefully the prongs will reach. We'll see. If they don't, we'll glue it. And we'll just go in there as much as we possibly can. There we go. Leverage on the counter again. Poke. And bring it out. Now this is kind of the hard part, and it is kind of tearing my napkin a little bit. That's okay though, because we can add more ink right there. And we're going to put our cute little bow there. So hopefully the prongs will go through. And they do. Just set those like that. Oh, look how cute. Okay. Now, if you have an awl, you can use that as well. And also, if you have the Big Bite 2, you can maybe go in there. Let's see if I can punch the holes with that one a little bit better. maybe it won't squeeze as much. So, and this is a bigger tool, so it does allow you to go in 12 inches in distance, like in. So I could put one here or, you know, anywhere that the other one won't reach. Well, let's turn it to the smaller hole. So we want 1/8 inch hole, and then that's going to come down here and punch a hole. So we can put this, yeah, it still is pretty tight on the space though. But now I can kind of go anywhere that I want to go. And punch. That was a little bit better. Okay. I'll probably stick with the big light if I need to poke more holes, which I do, because it can reach a little better. It's not quite as squishy. You do have just a little bit more room. I love that. Look at the little bows. How cute. Okay, so I was thinking of putting this one, just a few more little hearts, like right here. So I think we'll cut it off like right there. This is just a little die cut that I have that makes hearts. Some pink cardstock. And we'll just glue that on there. And I can do another layer of Mod Podge once I'm done to kind of seal it in. Hopefully my glue isn't dried up. I have had the worst time this summer dealing with lids. I keep losing them. I think it's because I've got way less vision right now. Since they started doing injections, I just can't see anything. It was hard to imagine that it would ever get worse, but here it is. They say the injections are helping though, so that's good at least. All right. I can put this on here. And I probably will brush over that with Mod Podge just to get it to stick a little better. I did put glue, but oh, I had letters. I could spell out mini, but they're kind of big. I don't know if I like that idea now. I'm kind of funny like that. I'll get out all kinds of things and then I'll decide not to use them. So it is okay if you don't use everything that you thought you would for one project. Sometimes I get out like, you know, way too many embellishments or lots of ribbon or something, and then I don't use them. And that's okay. All right, that's sticking on there now. I think that's so cute. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts or thumbs up or whatever if you like it. Okay, this one we got to do a little bit more work. So that one has a really cute design. I think what we can do to this one real quick is just add some stickles. And stickles is just like a glitter glue. One of my favorite colors is this one. It's called Diamond. But I did also just get this one. It was in a multi-pack, and they've stopped putting the name of it right here. So you can see some of the older bottles. It just says Diamond right there. That's the color. But they put Ranger up here in that one. I think because this one came in a pack. So I don't know. It's kind of a holographic one, I guess. But I thought it would be fun. Maybe we can do these little twinkles. Make them sparkle just a little bit more. And we'll set this one aside to dry while I'm working on the other one. Super cute. And then, of course, you can still use like your Nuvo drops or whatever to kind of accent some things. Like maybe we want to bring out the pink in her mouth just a little bit. There we go. And then this will dry with kind of a, it'll almost feel like an enamel dot. If you've never experienced Nuvo drops before, they are awesome. I love them. Okay, I'm also going to use this darker blue color that I have. This one is called, it dries translucent, but it's called Steel Blue. So I'm going to put that. It doesn't really show up blue. It's just kind of darker. Going to put that on her eyes. And we'll make her nose glossy as well. Hi. Okay, so we'll set that one aside while we work on the other one. The other one needs a little more work because, like I said, we had to piece that napkin together. Huh? All right, so I think this is going to go like right down here, although I kind of need to hide this other piece or just cut that one heart off, which I think I'm going to cut it off. Just give it a little surgery. Oops. There we go. Get those little pieces out of there before they stick on. Okay, that one can maybe just go down there. And it kind of has some little clusters over here, so I'm going to poke a hole. And we'll put those brads in there too, so we can have like a little bow. Let's see, maybe right about there. Two-handed chomp. And maybe, oops, maybe we'll put one right there. I just lost those little hearts. I just cut them. Ugh. Now they went down in the abyss. I'll have to add them. Ugh. Okay. There we go. A little hard to punch, but it works. And I do have little eyelets I could add that are little Mickey and Minnie heads. That would, or they're little mouse ears. That's what they are. But we'll put our little bows in, and then it will kind of look a little bit more like the other one. There's a pink one. And these, I just have acquired these all from scrapbooking, like the early 2000s. There was so many companies that you could get supplies from, and I had a store, so I was a retailer for scrapbook goodies. All right, there we go. One of my favorite embellishments was brads and eyelets, so of course I had a brad bar, which was so much fun. You could buy things individually, which was nice. If you're just doing a Minnie Mouse project and you just need 4 bows, you could buy just 4 bows. Or if you needed 20, you could buy 20. Okay, so there's that. I want to put this up here so it kind of hides our seam right there. And I don't want to hide our little bow we just put on, so we're going to kind of turn it around and yeah, just like that. I think I might use just a little Mod Podge to glue it down because it is a little bit difficult to glue those tiny circles, even though my glue has a fine tip point on there. And the back side is striped. It's kind of cool. I could do that, but there's really no stripes on this little thing. So the other side is it was black with pink flowers. You'll see it a little bit better when I bring out the little mini bow. All right, so I want to be kind of generous with this glue. How are we doing for time? Leah, you got like 10 minutes, my friend. There we go. So again, this is our Artistry Collective live Wednesday nights. And we're a collective of 3 that Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage put together. It's myself, Leah from Make All the Things With Me, she's up next, and then Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. Okay, so The next thing I want to put on is my little circle here. That wasn't quite how I had planned it. I thought it would go more like this. And I think I will. I'm just going to move that bow. So I put the bow on before I really knew what I was doing. I mean, I knew what I was doing, just not exactly. And that's okay. I can hide this little hole and we can put our bow in somewhere else. There we go. So it's going to go like that. I need those other little dots. There they are. I'm going to put those down here at the bottom. But I don't want to hide the little shoe. So I'm just going to make it kind of go like so. Okay, so now we need to glue that. What are you doing on Mom's side, Rem? No, you don't come over here because I dropped too many things and you're a thief. Our craft room crook is back. No shopping. Okay, I want to lift that. I don't want to hide the little heart on the shoe. Mod Podge can be used as a collaging glue as well. So if you have little pieces like this, it can hold them on. But again, remember, for it to fully cure, it does need a while. Okay, there we go. And once you've got things like this on your canvas panels, your regular glue, liquid adhesives will work on here. I love Clear Gel Tacky Glue. I also like Nuvo Glue and Barely Arts Glue. Those are like my 3 go-tos for glues. And then, of course, I also use some Mod Podge. Okay, I'm going to use my Kitsch Flamingo on this one. Hopefully, I have a little dabber that does some pink. That will help kind of brighten up this cardstock here. Okay. And this is Distress Oxide ink, but you could also use any other ink that you have. And we'll see. Is that dark enough? Yeah. Just kind of giving it some little bit of contrast there around the edges. Bringing in some of that brighter pink. I love that. This was just a die cut that I have as well. It's got scalloped circles and I have them in nesting dies. So I have several different sizes, which is wonderful. And I think I might kind of swirl around to the center as well. This is great to use your ink if maybe you didn't have the darker color of cardstock or something. You can kind of just add your ink and it'll change the color just a little bit, or it can highlight certain areas like here. Then that's going to go there. I think those little circles around are like absolutely perfect. They just add just the right little something. We're making our focal point here is what I'm doing. We're kind of just building up to where we can have a nice focal point. Okay, we're going to add some glue. Come on, glue. Let's go. And we could use Mod Podge, but remember I did just use Distress ink on there and I really don't want it to run or smear, so it probably wouldn't make that much of a mess, but just to be sure, we're going to use the other glue. I am hiding just a little bit of those designs in the corner there, but I can put them back somewhere else. I can put like the other little bow maybe over here or something. Okay, loving that. Now, I have this fun piece. Let's see. I die cut all these little things, so hopefully we have all the pieces that we need. Here's one. Here are the little ears. Again, these are Queen and Company dies. Okay, there's this little piece. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the bow or if I wanted to do the mouse ears. And I think I'm just going to do the mouse ears like I have already here. Maybe. Where'd it go? There's the other one. Like that. That's how it goes. Kind of off-center them, I think. Maybe it's supposed to go, yeah, like this. There we go. That's better. Oh, maybe I could punch a little hole, like right there, and put the bow. The bow brad. That'd be cute. Okay, and then we need this little piece that nobody can see. Just a little tiny piece of acetate, and that is going to make it into a little shakety shake. Okay. There we go. And this kit includes all kinds of fun little shakety bits. So the one kind of looks like bows. They're little tiny shaker pieces. All right, this is adhesive foam, and they already come cut to the size of your shapes. Because these dies, yes, you could cut your own, but these dies are thin metal dies. They're not big dies. So I don't know if they would cut something as thick as this foam, and it would make a sticky mess. So you can buy it from Queen and Company just in already shaped and ready to go. Let's see, I'm going to put this here. Once we've got this down, then we'll be able to put these. And I think I have a little thicker phrase that says smile or something, so we'll do that. And then I think I'll put the little bow right in the center. Now these, I could raise these ears up as well, put some foam dots behind them, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to glue them down. That way it'll just, we'll have some things at different dimensions, and it'll just be kind of interesting, but you could raise them up. This scalloped circle was my own die. It did not come in this magical character set from Queen and Company. So just don't forget like what other dies you have in your own stash. They sometimes will add to kits very nicely. All right, does that look like mouse ears? It's supposed to be like mouse ears. I think it does. All right. Now that little piece of acetate is here somewhere. There it is. All right. Ooh, and I got it all yucky with Mod Podge. Let's try and clean it off. Am I just making it worse? Yikes. Okay, well, don't do that. Don't do like I did. Get it all yucky. All right, we've got just a couple minutes left. And then it'll be Leah. She will be going for... we'll go on over to Make All the Things with Me with Leah. And this did come with some fun little stamps. We could put I'm all ears or have a magical day or hats off to you. But I've got some thickers I want to put on here. Oh no, I have stickles drying there. Don't put it on there, silly. All right. The shakety bits, that's what I'm looking for. There they are. They come like this in tiny little Ziploc bags. And we'll do this fun little shaky work. This is kind of the fun part. I don't know that we'll take this down and shake it, but it will look really cool either way. So I think my grandbabies will like being able to just have something fun on the wall. There we go. You see, those are little tiny, tiny little bows. And we'll put some of the white in there as well. So guys, I have like 30 seconds left. It's been so much fun making these projects with you. I will take a picture of the completed part of it. I don't know if I'll get to it tonight or not because I want to also put ribbon in there before I can hang them up. But just watch the channel. I also have Facebook and Instagram. If you're not following me on all platforms, please make sure to do so. Follow all the girls tonight from the Artistry Collective. We have fun every Wednesday here with you guys. Doing live crafts and a variety of different crafts. Like I said, I usually junk journal, but tonight I just wanted to make a fun little wall hangings for the girls' bathroom. So I will leave you as I put in the rest of these little shaky bits. Then I'm going to put the acetate, and then this little rim will go right on over there. And it'll all put together so nice and easily with this great kit from Queen & Company. So, all right, guys, have a great rest of your Wednesday. Meet me in the chat over at Make All the Things with Me. Bye for now.